last video, we discussed the cloud service model infrastructure as a service. Now consider a similar situation. We need to develop and deploy a web-based inventory management application, but this time assume that we do not have enough facilities and workforce to physically manage the infrastructure, and also we do not have system administrative workforce to install and manage the platform for developing and deploying the application. What we do have is just a team of developers who can develop and deploy the application. Otherwise, suppose we do not need to spend our time, effort, and money for purchasing and managing the hardware resources, softwares, and tools. We need to focus on our development so that we can have a rapid and easy development of a unique application according to our needs. In such scenarios, we can choose the cloud service model platform as a service. Here, the infrastructure together with the platform is provided as service by the cloud service provider. The physical resources are physically kept and managed by the cloud service provider. Then setting up VMs, installing OS runtime and middleware, configuring the build and test tools, OS and software securities, OS and software updates, everything is done and managed by the cloud service provider. And that platform which is managed by the cloud service provider is provided to the client, and the clients here are typically the developers. Now the developers can develop, test and deploy the application. During the course of development and deployment, and even after that, they need not bother anything about the platform and the underlying infrastructure. Hence, they can focus on development, and hence they can have a rapid and easy development and deployment. And since the platform can be accessed over internet from anywhere, even if the developers are spread across different regions, they can collaborate and work together. Now, cost benefits. Here we are not purchasing the hardwares and the software. We need not pay for the workforce for physically managing the infrastructure. We need not pay the IT admins or system admins for managing the platform. And here we need to pay for how much and how long we use the platform and the underlying infrastructure. So there are cost benefits. And about the control and flexibility compared to infrastructure as a service, here again there is some lack of control. Here we have control over what is built on the platform. Also there is some lack of flexibility. Here the developers are limited to the provider's tools and environment. So in the on-premise method, we had complete control over the entire hardware and software. In infrastructure as a service, there is some lack of control. Even then, we had a control over the entire architecture. Compared to that, here the control and flexibility is less. But compared to software as a service, here we have more control and flexibility. And on the other hand, compared to infrastructure as a service, here we have less responsibilities, and compared to software as a service, here we have more responsibilities. And similar to infrastructure as a service, here also there are security concerns. Then vendor lock-in can be an issue. Suppose we build our application on one service provider's platform. On the way, suppose we need to switch to another service provider's platform. It can be difficult. Thus, vendor lock-in can be an issue. An example for a leading PaaS service provider is Google App Engine.